Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Earthdawn. Right? Okay. Sorry, I'm a little sleep deprived right now, so this is going to be a fun day for me.
Oh,
Welcome to Shadowrun prequel.
that was some powerful foreshadowing of how this session's going to go.
Yeah,
Welcome to the Late Show with Conan O'Brien.
that's
The
right.
too damn late show.
We'll just use it to squeeze more legend points out of you without you realizing it.
All right, you see 3 Jahuthra in front of you. Now go.
All right,
We'll
done. Hit
I'll
me.
run away.
Hit me, fuckers.
Hit me while I wear the skin of your brother.
No, that's put away now.
Is it?
Uh,
Right, it is.
Yeah,
you got new
got
armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. I forgot about that. Actually, who wants to recap for last time? Since, this goes up on Sunday and
actually,
Everyone's
Dakota,
on.
what was it? What was the new armor you got again?
Chainmail.
Ooh,
Hmm.
that's really good physical production.
Yes.
Forgive me, I tried to get through this food here before you asked that question. I knew the question was coming. Damn it, now I just spit some food out. I knew this question was coming, and so I thought I'm not going to finish my supper until after Sloan asked a question. But then you're kind of going, and I thought, I got time to get one more forkful in. No.
And of course, that's exactly what it hits when you got a
Exactly.
mouthful.
I love that
Um,
no matter what you're eating, it looks like you're eating cereal
Right?
every,
Yeah.
I know,
every
right?
week.
Because normally I am.
Food out of a bowl is the perfect desk food.
Yes. Normally I am eating cereal after when we come back from the break, but tonight this is actual dinner. It's stir fry. So which in a certain sense it's basically like vegetable and rice cereal. So I guess technically I'm eating cereal again. All right, so I will shut the fuck up and get to the notes. So I have here we entertained, and we must have entertained somebody. Were we on I think it was on the road. Well,
We didn't entertain anybody.
I thought you guys participated in some way. Anyway, I almost pooched my roll, so thankfully I did not. But we suffered a bandit attack. Oh yeah, that's right, because we were at the bar at the trading post.
Oh, I assure you, sir, the bandits are the ones that suffered.
So
Well-
yeah, whilst we were in our room, bandits attacked us. They were orcs. You're correct, Krendar. They did suffer. They suffered horribly. They came from a local tribe of orcs, which we learned just kind of sell themselves out as budget mercenaries, and budget they
And you
were.
get what you pay for.
Exactly.
Considering one of them was a baker. Yes.
Yeah. There was. I have here
Isn't that
we
the one that we
met.
let go?
One of the two.
Yeah, we let one of them go. Which is, I think, real progress for us, by the way, letting someone go without killing them outright. So that's good.
Good.
We ran
We're
into
trying something
the.
new.
We met a dwarf smith named Orius Shatterforge. We took the survivors to his place for questioning, to his smithy. We found out that Sigoria, the dude who attacked us from previous session along the trail, that he was behind it all. And we let the orcs go. We had Ronpro and Poho were the orcs. That's the names I have there. So we continued on the trail.
Apparently,
we-
their tribe comes from Hawaii.
Yes. Which, by the way, everything in Hawaii is named by someone who stutters. So just digest that. So
Yeah, and usually ends with a no.
Malakalukilaka. So we continued on, and we got almost to the Bloodwood, and then we found a scene of destruction. Grigory experienced a death, which was extremely unpleasant.
We saw a scene of destruction, so of course neither Metzer had to go poke it with a stick.
Exactly. Ooh, this looks like something horrible happened. I think I'm going to cast a spell to let me know what it was.
Something horrible happened here. I need to go experience it personally.
Yeah. We learned that and this was, and though I say destruction, it was apparently quite grotesque and violent, beyond a scale of just some dudes slaying on the road. But we learned that all of this destruction was done just by a single creature, Duaga, I believe was the name, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Which is a horror.
A horrible
Which is
horror of horrors.
Horrible. Yeah. And that's the last note I have, so I think that's roughly where we left off, maybe?
Yep.
And
here-
now Grigori knows what it feels like to burn to death.
Yeah, that's right. That was what you experienced. Yikes, man.
Not very pleasant. So yeah.
No.
The whole thing kind of reminds me. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Planescape setting in D&D,
I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
but in it they have these groups. There's this one group of people in the main Planescape city called the Sensates, and the whole thing is like they have this magic they can use to trap sensations or like feelings, or sort of like what my experience death spell does, but they can put it into a receptacle so other people can come along and experience that sensation.
Okay.
And their whole guild revolves around that, like just going out and having all these different experiences. So some person will go out, have it happen to them, and then record it, and then other people can check it out. And it could be anything. It's not just death related. It's just like, what does this feel like? What does that feel like? They're all about that. So it just kind of reminds me of that.
And did you say they're called Sensates?
Yeah.
That is also a good show on Netflix.
Okay.
This episode of RPG Squad brought to you by Netflix.
Go
Is it
watch Great British
sensational?
Baking Show.
Watch it and chill. Yeah, watch the Great British Baking Show, you fucks. It's awesome. Love that show. I'm serious. It is arguably the greatest show in the history of television.
Me and Bug just
Arguably.
got through like the first season they have on Netflix now, and yeah, we didn't really have a one that we were rooting for. Like, oh no, oh you fucked that cake up, oh no.
Yeah, well, hashtag Chetna was robbed, but hey.
Thank you.
Well,
Yes.
Yes, see, right? Chetna was robbed.
It's already off on a head start just by the fact that it's British. So
Oh gosh, yes.
Hashtag poor Richard.
Whereas I'm the guy who hasn't seen it, so I'm just sitting here having no idea about what these inside jokes are about.
Great show.
Well,
Great
we're trying to just spitfire until Dakota gets back.
Yeah.
Oh, did he leave? I didn't even hear him leave.
He muted himself.
Oh, okay.
That's because he typed it
In
and
that
didn't
case,
say
I'll
it.
mute myself and finish my
Something
scribble.
RL happened to him, but
Yes. So
speaking of shows, actually, I don't know if you've noticed, but apparently Chad and Rachel have finished their segment on Serpent River now.
Nice.
So
I should probably watch. read that
anybody who's
after
watching
listening.
our show who wants to know more about the world setting, go over to Lava Monkey Games and check out Live from Barsaive.
That is a podcast I'm woefully behind on, but I like it though.
Same.
They have their segment on the Serpent River, and I guess there's so much material that it lasted them for 6 episodes, but they're all finished now.
Jeez.
I've watched the first 2, so I need to catch up on the rest of them. But I was saying this, Sloan.
You need to get
Dakota
further downstream.
especially need to go listen to that because they're.
Anyone who's actually
Good.
watching us, there is a link down in the description for Live from Barsaive podcast. So right down there, you don't have to go searching for it
Indeed.
because I'm
Very,
awesome.
very
like
good
that.
Lord lore to be had there.
All right. So did we can go. Screw that.
We go
Describe.
llama.
Let's keep. So
Okay.
did we? No. Did we get to? Did we make it to the Bloodwood? I can't remember if we
Yes.
made it to the edge.
I think we're just at the entrance.
Yeah, you're just at
That's
the
where we
entrance.
found Carnage, wasn't it?
The Carnage was like a day right before you got to the Bloodwood.
Okay.
So
Right on.
you're able to get away. It was
Oh,
like a
right.
day's
We
ride.
ran into some actual defenders, didn't we?
No.
Or
you-
am I?
You're thinking ahead.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the ambush from the bandits. Never mind.
Yeah.
In any case, yeah, we
Which-
are. I think we cut off just as we arrived. So.
Yep. And to everyone, I'm sorry about like the 10 minutes of silence that I had to squish down to 30 seconds. And I realized the King Squad joke got lost in there too. But I fixed everything. So there shouldn't be any more screw ups with silences. As checking to make sure it's not silent right now for the last 10 minutes. Okay. But yes, I am learning more about OBS to make sure everything's perfectly set up. Get
It
it
reminds me of the pain in the ass that happened to me when I was testing OBS the other day after a Windows update. Where I'm testing OBS to make sure everything's okay, and I'm getting nothing back, and I'm thinking it's not picking up my mic the whole time. Turns out it was picking up my mic just fine, but Windows had changed what my default speakers were, so it just wasn't playing it back to me when I was checking the recordings.
Ouch. That's weird.
Oops. Apparently that's a thing Windows 10 likes to do sometimes.
Huh.
So once I made sure I had it on the proper speakers, I made sure I disabled the other one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why there even is a second one, but oh well.
Okay, so yes, we will go on in Dakota. Watch.
Will happen at some point.
Yeah, watch this back later. Yeah, so it is the dawn of the next day, or it's you guys saddle up, you get ready, you're on your weird mounts because I keep wanting to say horses, but you're not on horses. You're on like lizard birds.
Horses are for filthy normies.
You're on
So-
mounts that are too small for you guys, but you're still riding them.
We're on our catbirds, thank you.
Yes.
It's pretty much my
Non-griffin
favorite
catbirds.
animal.
And a vast forest that can only be bloodwood lies before you, its borders lost to your sight. Great trees seem to brush the sky, their interlocking leaves and upper branches weaving a tapestry of deep green through which weak sunlight can barely enter. Despite the dimness, underbrush grows thick on the ground, ready to trap the foot of an unwary mount or walker. The cool green shade should invite you to rest, but instead, you feel unease. The growing things of this ancient forest are strange to your eyes. In all your travels, you have seen no such plants as these. Through your eye tells you they are but foreign
Though your
plants.
eye?
Your eye?
Though your eye. Thank you. Sorry. God.
That makes more sense.
Yes. I don't know why I put an R in there.
Man, it's a good thing you're not trying to jam this tire or anything.
I know. I want to say thank you to our unofficial sponsor from week after week of Dr. Pepper. And this
Dr.
week,
Pooper.
introducing Reese's as, yeah, that lasted for about 10 minutes of riff time.
Adds a bit more sugar. Introducing Reese's as the backup sugar.
Your eye tells you they are but foreign plants. You sense a subtle wrongness as you gaze at them. Birdsong and the humming of insects fill the air. You hear the sounds of woodland beast, many unfamiliar. As in the woodland ambush on the road some days ago, you sense unseen and hostile eyes all around you. Entering the wood, you catch the pungent scent of sap, pollen, and moist earth. Underneath it all lies the rank smell of rotting leaves. Underfoot, the ground is soft and spongy, carpeted with dead leaves and decaying plants. You move slowly forward through the trees, caught between wonder at the wood's unexpected beauty and the growing sense of wrongness. You find yourself straining to see beyond the outward beauty to catch a glimpse of the subtle corruption that you praise only in your mind. As you watch Bloodwood, you fancy that it watches you as well. Leaves whisper in a passing breeze. They seem to say, "Hey, leave this place. Leave this place." When you realize somebody has put hashish in all your drinks. That's not in there. I'm just
Or
saying.
or they put bad puns. So the trees are saying leaf this place? Is that what they're saying? Of course
Yep.
they would. Of course trees would say that.
Yeah.
Trees.
One of you,
Bad jokes.
some of you guys drank that foot ointment, didn't you?
Trees are wise.
You have traveled.
I'll look at it. I'll look at it. I'll look at the tree and say, is that tree saying we should leave this place? Because if he is, I'm stumped. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say we should keep going.
Yeah, we should really stick to our guns.
Exactly. We don't want to branch off in this location.
It's true.
I'm done. Later. If it was easier to get out of my corner, yes, I would have committed to that joke.
Though any creature we may find, I suspect that their bark will not be as bad as their bite.
Dakota or Krendar, anything to add to that or no?
I'm tapped out. Apparently,
God.
The brain is willing, but it is not coming up with any further puns. I think we've exhausted this joke.
Tapped out slightly works.
It does, actually. If they were maple trees, it would work perfectly.
You have traveled for no more than 24 heartbeats when a band of elves appear around you. Their unearthly beauty takes your breath away. Yet you can hardly bear to look at the thorns that pierce every inch of their smooth skins. Their looks both repel you and draw you in a way you do not understand. The elves bear swords and wear armor made of woven living plants. On their armor is a symbol that you recognize. The runes stick here, Herman. Oh. That's actually stuff that wasn't that you guys didn't follow through with because you guys are shit and don't follow through with this originally. Ages ago, when this
It's
was
our
supposed
fault
to
for not following through on a module that you decided to dump.
No. I was gonna keep with it, but you guys were so unwilling to talk to one NPC that I was trying to set up.
When in doubt, blame the players.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yes, you recognize the symbol on them. It looks similar to symbol that is on the box that was given to you. That's how I'm.
Oh.
Yep.
So these elves pop out and kind of surround us.
Yep. And it's in a decent
vu.
force. Except in this one, they're not like, they look like they could actually fuck you up versus just, haha, we're here. Oh, half of us are dead already.
Wyland, in Elvish and Sprethil, will turn towards one if he looks recognizable as the commander of whoever this might be, and he will just kind of bow, give a little head bow. Good day, brother.
Do a perception check to see if you can spot who may be in charge of this group.
Okay.
Give it a 6. Sounds rating 6.
I believe I'm still sub 7.
It's the guy with the fancy hat.
Kaja is also looking because he's looking for the one that's the scariest.
Okay.
And they're all scary.
Yeah.
They're all universally scary.
Well, one would assume that these are all very thorny elves. I would imagine.
Yeah.
We certainly find ourselves in a thorny situation. Hopefully, they're not a bunch of pricks.
But luckily,
Sorry.
as you're looking around trying to
He's just
spot,
ignoring you now.
And well, he should. He really should.
as you're looking around trying to find who's in charge and just kind of staring at people and going, you look nothing like that one soothsayer from before.
Yeah, right.
The elf most terrible and beautiful. Seemingly, the leader strides towards you and stops a few paces from you. If he embraced you, his blood-stained sword would impale you at the heart. He favors you with the cold, proud gaze of a king facing an unworthy enemy. What is your business in the Bloodwood, outsiders? He demands. To your ears, his voice is harsh music. You gaze at him, struck dumb as if enchantment. Behind him, his elven followers take a tighter grip on their swords.
Enchantment.
What the fuck?
Dragon Age joke.
Okay,
You
so
ever played
yeah,
Dragon Age?
not really.
I have not.
Enchantment.
Enchantment.
Oh, the special needs kid, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Special needs kid who's a surprise badass later in the game.
Yeah, I remember.
Wyland will kind of hold his hands, not up like in surrender, like stick up, but he'll just kind of hold them out, and he'll kind of nod towards that guy. Excuse me. And in Sprethil, he'll say, "Good day, brother. We are here merely to make a delivery. We mean no harm, no aggression,
Here you go.
No.
Okay, bye.
yeah, or no ill will towards you or the rest of your crew."
He looks. Do you know who? Blah blah blah. Brain, come on. Do you know who you are to deliver to, or who asked you to deliver?
Who asked you? Let's see. I don't remember if I wrote that down or if that's. I think it's Mock, right? We're doing this for Mock.
You wish.
I wish we were.
Pretty sure it was for Devin. But I don't remember if they specified who to give it to.
I thought they did.
It
And
has
I
a
think,
mark. It has a mark on the box.
A mock?
A mock.
Yeah,
it has a mark on the box.
a Mock on the box.
Then
I'll
we
look
gotta
at,
show him.
Yeah, I'll because Kaja, I'm assuming you must have it, right?
Probably, yeah.
Kaja, show him the mark on the box.
Okay, Wyland.
Kaja.
Just get the box. Get the box.
Are you
I
all
watched-
subsequently sleep deprived as I am? What the fuck?
I watched.
Oh,
No,
I was
watched
gonna
the
say
room-
of all the days that that were making you put up with this shit, it had to be
I
today.
know, really.
I
Yeah.
just watched The Room recently.
Hi, Mark. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Wyland.
God.
Yeah, he'll pull out the box and be like, he doesn't speak that Elvish, but he just kind of hands it to Wyland.
To this one, and I'll point at the mark.
Do you does Kaja let him grab the box from his hands? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so he takes the box, which is roughly about this size, and he starts looking it over, and he sees, he inspects the mark on there, and he stares at it and is like, yes, I know who this is for. Very well. Come, follow us to the palace. You know, we'll be able to contact the one who this is meant for.
Excellent.
So you travel through the Bloodwoods. It doesn't get any better as you go through. It's still uneasy. It's still, everything is foreign and alien, and there's a couple of sights you see that just, well, scare the ever-loving crap out of you, you know? Because it is just so twisted, even for Grigori's sense. Twisted.
You know, I've never been in a forest that actually wanted to kill me before. This feels
Dude,
weird.
astrally perceive. Astrally perceive.
And be
Oh,
blinded.
no, thank you.
Do it.
Blinded? No. Probably have some nightmares later, though.
Oh, perfect. Then you absolutely should do it.
And not the usual kind he normally has.
Yes.
Those kinds are fun.
So, yes, most of the time, it's mostly a path that you follow. It takes not that long, but it feels like forever. Okay.
Something makes me think of Ori in the Blind Forest with the Bloodwood.
Wyland will, as we're going through, Wyland will, he'll play a little bit on his flute if he's allowed to. Well, actually, I'll just start doing it, and then I'll see what their reaction is.
Okay. Do a roll for the play.
For the entertainer,
Yes, please.
I am the entertainer. I'll even spend some karma on this bitch because I can. Although it doesn't
Nice.
look like I spent it very well, but yeah.
All right, yeah.
I don't know, you spent it pretty successfully.
Are you doing like a song from your youth or just random one you learned?
I'm going to do a song that I know is a traditional elven ballad about the beauty of nature.
Oh, sure, going for the irony on this one.
But it's a traditional elven tune.
Okay.
It's entitled "The Forest and the Glen."
Never met him.
It's a song about DeForest Kelly and Glenn Campbell going on a road trip together.
Mostly being drunk that entire trip. But
Oh,
still.
they're completely drunk, and then and getting into fistfights in bars. Absolutely.
They come across a boy named Sue, and just it's a whole.
Oh,
other
then
story
that's
comes-
where all that's where all hell breaks loose at that.
But yes, so you notice most of the blood elves have kind of dispersed from you, except for the one who seems to be in charge. He tenses up slightly at your song, not as if angered, but as if hearing a bad memory.
Memory of something lost, yeah.
If I do I notice this though?
Make a perception check for that.
No, he's telling you about it because you didn't notice it.
Well, apparently so.
Yeah, yeah. No, actually, fuck it. You notice it. Yeah, no, fuck it. You all notice it because it's you've learned to read some basic body language. And yeah, seeing him, he just kind of stiffens up, and as if someone's hearing a song about a lost loved one or something like that. That he's
As if any parent or son is hearing "Cats in the Cradle" by Harry
potentially.
Chapin. Yeah. Wyland will say, if you do not like this music, I'd be happy to play you something different.
He just looks at you and is like, I prefer just the general noise of the trees.
Mm.
I've lived here long enough that it's become the music I'm used to.
I see. Yeah, that makes a certain amount of sense. Are there no troubadours within the Bloodwood?
There are, but most of them do not sing of such beauties that you are singing.
Mostly dirges.
Yeah. Well, if you'd like something a bit more somber, I know some songs there as well. I do not mean to offend, of course. We are guests, so although technically I do mean to offend, but I'm not going to tell you that. But yes, I'm more than happy.
We need to buy a gag for him one of these days.
But I'd be more than happy to play something of a more somber tone if you'd like.
He just brushes his hand off at you and just like, play what you will.
All right. I'm going to. I know exactly which one I'm going to play. Hold on. I will actually share the link of the song I'm going to play.
Okay.
And I got to do it here.
Is
Let's see.
it Enya?
No, it is not Enya.
Oh wow, what good is it then? Come on.
Screw that.
If it's not proper
Crash
Elven
Test
song, it's not
Dummies, of
Enya.
course.
Probably one of the greatest songs ever.
Okay.
But that is what. Also, I'll take out. I think I've got a. I think I probably have a stringed instrument of some sort. So I'll basically do that song.
He's kind of seems to be just ignoring you, letting you play what you want.
That's fair.
But yes. The charmed path leads you to a vast clearing. Standing at its edge, you gape in dumbstruck wonder at the sight before you. 6 trees of greater size than any giant hold between them a beautiful palace. Trees support its walls of woven vines and leaves and also seem to cradle as if it was a precious, lovely child. Its greenery shining more lustrous than gold, more dazzling than fine gemstones. Sparkling in sunlight, the famed palace of the elf queen Alachia. I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Alachia, I believe.
Alachia.
Yeah, something like that.
Alachia, I'll take your word on that one. Stands.
What's the spelling? Can you put the spelling in chat again?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, Alachia, I think. Yeah. Fun fact: in the Shadowrun book for Dunkelzahn's last will and testament, she's in there.
Yes,
she's in that book.
You mentioned that, but
yeah.
Handsome elven lords and ladies, their beauty both marred and enhanced by the thorns that pierce their flesh, stroll across the green sward. Clad in fine raiment, they move with an arrogant grace. Delicate music, its eerie loveliness seeming not of this world, drifts from the palace windows. Okay. Oh, great. All the text is fucked up on this one. Lovely. Okay, so I shit you not, like half of the page is just shifted over. So it's this weird jarred thing. But he walks you.
You can't deprive Chris of his box text.
You're all deprived of the box text right now.
I am now so sad.
Yes, so he leads you pretty much not to like the front door, but doesn't let you go inside.
Mm-hmm.
Just the whole person you're here for works here or is within the castle, but you are not allowed right now. I will go and fetch her for you. Wait out here.
Yeah, that's expected. We're total strangers, so.
Lame. All right, fine.
It's picture Wyland after he was going, lame.
Yeah, you guys.
You're embarrassing me, Dad.
Actually, it's taking some time because it is just forever. It feels like you're seeing these lords and ladies wander around, but you all kind of have moments of catching something that interests you. Wyland, you listening to the music, it sounds ethereal to you. You know what, like songs you never heard of, just in tones that you've never paid attention to.
He's gonna if he's gonna like try going. This thoroughly intrigues him, so he's going to go in whatever direction he feels the sound is coming from in an effort to try and like learn the tune and
Well,
kind
it's,
of get with
coming
it.
from in the palace.
Oh, is it?
Yes, but you can kind of there's some windowed areas that you can look in through.
Oh, I'm totally gonna do that.
While in the peeping Tom.
They're off to the side. Kaja is able to find who is no longer in roll 20 too. I just noticed that.
I like how you paired the instant you said that.
I'm here.
You weren't when I was looking at it, but
No, I saw him appear
yeah.
literally half a second after you said it.
But yes, you see soldiers being trained and fighting off to the side. Their movements much more fluid than yours, but to the level that you want to attain, essentially.
Ooh, fancy.
And
Fancy.
Probably not the brute strength. Probably more blade dancer types.
exactly, they're every time a blow struck at them, they try to flow with it and move it around them, trying to strike each other. And some of them are trying to do fist fighting. It looks like capoeira too, so it's just like dancing in a way.
Well,
But Grigori is hearing voices. Is how I'm gonna
well,
do
it's
this.
nothing new.
Do you speak Elven or no?
Let me double check. I might.
Because if you don't, it's going to be even
Probably
creepier
do.
sounding.
They probably have a weird dialect and accent to it, but yeah, I speak human, dwarven, and elven.
Okay. You look over and you see some some spirits there of elves past discussing things, just like what it was like beforehand and what it's like now, and just carry on conversations that essentially they assume no one's listening on.
Okay. Well, this sounds like a perfect time to make use of my spirit talk
Yes.
talent.
You're
then.
about to be arrested for talking to them.
Apparently.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
I
sorry,
wouldn't
my
actually put that
rights here.
entirely past possibility, but I'm never going to be able to increase this talent if I never use it. So,
Okay. So what does that talent do?
well, basically just enables me to speak with them because they can't normally always speak to the living directly
Okay.
necessarily.
Okay.
What talent are you using?
It's called spirit talk.
Oh, nice.
You can guess what it does.
It helps lift our spirits when you speak.
But I only just got it at third circle, so I need to practice it a little bit.
Yeah. Is it sad? I'm just imagining you
It's an
going,
opportunity.
hello. I was trying to be all spooky.
How are you doing?
And of course, my teammates are not entirely surprised to see Grigori talking to thin air.
Oh
No.
gosh, no, we're totally ignoring this.
You do that every morning.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, no, I have tea with thin air every morning.
What, you just sit there in silence drinking tea, not chatting with it?
Well, having tea with people involves talking to them. It's part of the process.
Exactly. So every morning you're talking to thin air, pouring a cup of tea for something that's not there and your own tea.
Exactly. This is different from that. There's no tea this time.
Maybe there is.
Well, if they're providing it, I can have some ghost tea.
Spectral tea.
Ghost tea.
Okay.
Sounds
so
delicious.
Do you have to roll for this your spirit talk or no?
Theoretically, if they were unwilling, maybe. Hold on. Let's actually look it up. since I've never actually had the chance to use it before. um,
The adept is able to talk to spirits and
Okay.
entities, including those who do not speak a language known to him and those who do not communicate verbally, by making spirit talk tests against spirits' mystic defense. If successful, the adept may talk to the spirit for a number of minutes equal to his spirit talk rank. This talent does not compel the spirit to talk to the adept, it merely makes communication possible.
so if I hadn't known Elven, it would have helped me with that, but I do
Yes.
happen to know Elven anyway. So technically, it doesn't really do anything useful right now. I'm just sort of practicing it.
Well, you hear a couple voices, but from what you can tell, there's more than
Yeah.
what's talking.
Also, it depends on whether or not they're feeling willing to allow it or not. I only need to beat their mystic defense if they don't willingly let me do it.
All right, so you go try and talk to the ghost then?
Yeah.
Do it.
I might as well karma this because why not?
All right,
11.
yeah. Jeez, I love how the karma die saved your ass
Exploded.
on that one.
Yeah.
Yes, so... Oh,
That
excuse me.
should be good unless they were
No, it's good,
especially
it's
resistant.
good. It's good. You notice there are 3 spirits there. 2 that are talking, one that looks like he's more or less gesturing.
I'm sort of seeing this as, even though I speak Elven, I'm sort of seeing the talent as helping bridge the gap between different dialects of Elven. Like
Yes, because
I feel like the blood elves probably speak at least a slightly different variation on Elven.
It's like, Spain Spanish and Mexico Spanish. It's very close, very different.
Yeah, but at least this will allow me to understand their peculiar slangs or whatnot, or turns of phrase that are unusual outside of the wood.
Yep. So,
for 1 minute at least.
the spirit. Oh yeah. So yeah, for a minute, becomes a bit clearer. The ones 2 that are talking, and you start being able to understand the ghost that's just gesturing and doesn't seem to be verbally talking.
Mhm.
It's not like talking to your brain or anything, but they're just you get what
I'm
he's
picking
trying
up the
to
body
get.
language better.
Exactly. And you see them pointing out some of the nobles, some of the that are walking around and talking about how they are just not worthy, and how these woods used to be so beautiful, and now they are scorned with all this wretchedness.
It's a good question, actually. Do these ghosts portray thorns or not? Maybe these are pre-Bloodwood elves. I don't know.
The 2 talking do not have thorns. The one who is not talking has thorns.
Okay.
And the one that isn't talking, the thorned one, he's kind of going through and gesturing. You don't understand the issue. You don't understand why we did this to the older ones.
Yeah. They did it because they fucked up and had to save themselves at the last minute.
Oh yeah.
Who makes a chair out of wood? Honestly. Honestly.
Who raises a goose? Okay. So,
Honestly.
all right.
Who throws their shoe?
But yes. So as you're sitting there listening to them discuss, and it's a conversation that seems to have gone on many times.
Not this shit again.
Exactly. Like every Thanksgiving, that same conversation that happens at every house where it's like, oh, I don't want to discuss this. Well, somebody does. But it's
And they're probably that somebody's probably ripping drunk.
in a way. But it's just the 2 older ones that, the unthorned ones, they seem very uppity about the fact that, this whole thing happened. And essentially you start to notice that after a minute of it, you're just getting a brief history of the Bloodwood. Mostly from the thorned one, discussing as to why it happened into deeper detail than what you got from books. Like, he was there when it turned, and he did not survive too long after, but he was part of the people that were like, yes, we have to do something. We can't let the Turians? Yes.
Therans.
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 This is not Mass Effect.
Yes. I'm sorry. Even though I don't play Mass Effect. We could not let them in. We could not trust them. Constantly going through and just showing how deep, that mistrust.
I'll tell you what, he is not wrong there whatsoever.
Exactly. And then it goes to then once the minute's up, the dialect starts to falter. You start to not understand the body language and the gestures. It becomes a little bit more muddied of the Thorned one.
Oh, it was good practice.
Yes. Now to the other two. So to Wyland, you're listening to the music, and you're noticing they're in there, and some of them are just playing harps. They're singing, and it's very sad song. And in a way that whenever you're listening to it, you just hear a sorrow coming through that makes it more, eerie to you, because you never heard a song with such deep regret and anger at oneself for, the contents of the song.
Interesting. And is it just like a melody, or there's no like vocals or anything?
There's vocals. They're singing about, how choices had to be made, but did we choose right or wrong type song going on with them.
Wyland is just going to do his best to, like I said, just try and memorize the song, and definitely memorize the lyrics as much as he can.
Okay.
I really want to try and pick this song up. But yeah, he's just gonna kind of just sit there or stand there and just listen, captured by the whole thing.
Okay. Do an entertainer's check for me, please.
We'll spend some karma.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You memorized the shit out of that one.
Boom.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go through and you're listening to them play, and it's you understand the words completely. You're able to pick up. It's a simple melody. It's just played a little bit deeper than you usually hear it being played. And the song, it resonates. It's a very simple chorus of, 1 to 2 lines, and then the chorus, 1 chorus. So you're able to learn it, and you can title it whatever you want to on that one, whenever you play this.
Cool.
The Blood Dirge.
I was gonna say, yeah. Originally in my head, it was like, oh, the Bloodwood's regret, or something. But I was like, my tired brain should not be doing this. It's all gonna be the simplest thing. It's the Bloodwood sad song.
Yeah. Thorny Sad.
Thorny Sad by Sadie McSad Sad.
Sadie McThornerson.
Shits.
The third.
You fucking shits. Okay.
We Bathed in Bad Blood by Billy Bad Blood.
Yes, you listen to the Taylor Swift of the Blood Elves.
Oh God.
Bad
Horrible.
Blood. Oh my gosh. Yes. T Swizzle.
She's there on an acoustic guitar playing it.
I've never heard her called T Swizzle before.
It is the whitest thing you can call a person from the sounds of it. So
It is pretty.
Yes.
I mean, I game with the 3 whitest people right now, and yeah.
Oh yeah, you do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not
How
that
white
white.
that is. It's just pasty.
I'm not white
Actually-
enough to talk about Taylor Swift.
I'm actually not wearing a shirt right now. This is I just painted these colored stripes on.
On your whiteness.
Yes.
Okay, and Kaja. Oh, see, Krender, it's not always you they say okay and move on with.
Just only usually.
So Kaja, you're watching them, And you're noticing their fluidity, and it's something that your master has tried to teach you, but you still have trouble with occasionally.